we're going to be tying a bonefish bidder. This is a size 6 saltwater hook, and I have some white 6/0 thread here. I'm going to start by getting the thread on the hook there. What we're going to do next is we're going to introduce some bead chain eyes. These are going to be mounted on the top of the hook with a figure 8 type pattern. These ones happen to be a hot orange color. We're going to kind of progress our way back just about to the bend of the hook there. At that point in time, this is my own little variation on this pattern, but we're going to be adding in some orange marabou here. A little bit more of a hot spot, if you will, and I'm just going to go just for the tips of this marabou. Go ahead and trim it off. Next up is going to be some dubbing, and I'm just going to actually use a little bit of, this is an ice dub rusty brown. And this is just going to give the bottom and front of this fly kind of this cool little prismatic effect. If there's any insulting marabou there, that's okay. We'll just throw a few wraps in. And next up for legs, we're going to be using some Senyo Shaggy Dub in tan. And the way I go about working with this is I just pull out a healthy clump and I start just separating out the shorter pieces from the longer pieces. And all I'm going to do is take it, half it around our thread here, and simply just put it in place. Now it's going to have quite a profile going on, which is fine. In my own personal opinion, I think a little bit extra movement doesn't hurt. Looks really leggy. And I'll just go ahead and wrap those in so that they're standing out pretty well. And you know, we can trim them to fit later in the pattern if we'd like to. Next up, this is just some deer hair. You can see I've been working on this patch for a while. So I'm going to take about a pencil's worth of deer hair here. Make sure the tips are pretty darn even, looking pretty good. And we're just going to apply this just about even with the hook shank there. So what I do is I throw in a few securing wraps. I'm going to go ahead and pull straight down. And we bring our thread forward. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and whip finish, change up this pattern a little bit. What we're going to be using in lieu of the traditional glittery epoxy type material actually is going to be some of our UV pigment. This happens to be mixed in with a thick. This is our pumpkin orange. It is a great salt color as well. So I'm actually going to bring it into that deer hair just slightly. And once I get it there, you see it has a nice even look to it. We're going to take our lamp and we're going to cure it for the required 10 to 15 seconds. So as long as you don't overboard your pigments and your resin, it's going to be working out just perfect for you. It's going to create a durable, glossy finish with minimal tack. So when we come back underneath here, what we're going to do is we're actually going to apply just a little bit more of our resin system here. And we'll go ahead and we can clean this back up here in a second once we're done. So and if need be, we can come back in and spruce it up a bit. This does build upon itself. It's really pretty good. And I'm just using those orange eyes to kind of help it blend in as best as possible. So at this point, we'll come back in and we'll do a little bit of sprucing up. flatten out the bottom of this pattern here. And I kind of make as much quick work of some of these legs as I can. But I really ultimately do kind of like them to be erratic and wild. We're going to finish it up with a little bit of our flow, using the larger needle today with that. Just because I wanted a little bit more oomph on this top section here. Alrighty, and there you go. That is a very basic saltwater pattern, and it's going to land and work just perfectly for most of your saltwater applications. Thanks for watching.